What's up, YouTube? It's Heckshot87. Today I wanted to bring a review on a gun I've been excited about for close to a year now. Before we get started, I have not mentioned anything about the proposed ban on M855, the green tip ammo, and SS109. And I kind of feel an obligation to, even though we have a smaller channel, I still feel that obligation to let you guys know about it, because there's some of you that still might not have heard about it. So I'm going to drop the links down below. It literally takes a couple minutes, but basically, you know, the ATF is trying to go back on something they've had in the works for a long time, saying that this really common AR-15 ammo is armor piercing now once you put it in a pistol, and all kinds of crap. They said they're protecting law enforcement by doing this, and you know, all kinds of crap. So we don't even own an AR-15, but that doesn't matter. It affects every single one of us. So if they're not going to be able to take our guns, they're going to try to take the ammo that goes through them. So this affects everyone. So I'll leave those links down below. You guys, please, if you haven't already, please take a few seconds to sign those. And some of them are even automated, so it's super easy. Let's all get it signed and let them know that we won't stand up for it. So apologize I haven't done that sooner, but I will leave the links down below. Okay, so now Sig Sauer P320. Let's go ahead and open this up and show you what I got. So I remember the first video I ever seen on one of the 320s was Iraq Veteran 8888's SHOT Show 2014 coverage, and since then I've had my eye on this pistol. So right out of the box, you get a lock, you get the gun, you get a holster, 2 mags, and that's it. No replaceable back straps, nothing like that. You get a little thing of grease and, you know, your book, warranty card, I believe, and all that. So go ahead and put that to the side and show you the gun. Sig sends you this holster. It even says it's for the, oh no, wait, that's for the 250. Apparently, you know, when they first released this pistol, they said that it was a completely new design and all this kind of stuff, but even the holster says it was off the 250, which was a double action only. So I guess it, you know, it's not really a new design, but it's striker fired. So if you don't know, this is Sig's first entry into the striker fire polymer frame market, and it's a beauty. So I'm gonna go over the features of the gun, and I'm gonna tell you why I bought it, what I bought it for, and what I think of it so far. Alright, so it's pretty much fully ambidextrous. You have a ambidextrous slide lock. The magazine release is reversible. Front and rear slide serrations. You have a good size rail up here in the front. It comes with the regular 3-dot sights, if you can see that, and the Sig Light night sights. Alright, so already on the gun, that's a heck of a nice feature. Notice no hammer back here, it is striker fired. One thing I really like, it has this slight beaver tail here, and this is really what got me on the gun. Now I'll tell you a little bit about the price I got it for. You guys are going to trip over this, but the feel of this gun is just incredible, man. It really is. Now the look to me is really, really nice, dude. I love the way this thing looks. But when you put it in your hand, man, if you guys have handled M&Ps really feel good in the hand. This one feels better, I'm telling you. That's pretty much as far as like the features of the gun. It has some nice stippling here on the grip. Like I said, no replaceable back straps, so that's something that's pretty pretty common now with most guns. You have like 3 different sets of back straps. We'll talk about that in a minute, what they did instead. So everything on this gun is just super, super nice. The slide is really easy to work back and forth. Do it with my weak hand here. Even if you're going to do press checks from the front, it's, even with ammo in it, super easy to manipulate. So if you have weaker hands or whatever the case may be, this might be a good option for you. The entire gun overall, I actually laid, I'm gonna actually cheat here. There's 4 different models of the gun, okay? This is actually the compact. So what they did is they have a full size, okay? These are available, all of these are available in 9mm, 357, 40, and 45 is supposed to be coming this year. So the full size, then you have a carry model, then you have the compact, which is this one, and a subcompact, which is coming this year. I'm not going to go over all the specs of each one, but I can tell you that this one right here has an overall length of 7.2 inches, a height of 5.3, barrel length of 3.9, 26 ounces unloaded, so it's not exactly a real light gun. Stainless steel slide with a nitron finish, which is really nice, by the way. I love the finish on the slide. 2 15-round mags, and they estimated to be 5.5 to a 6.5 pound trigger pull. I'll show you that in a minute as well. Now what's interesting is the difference between this one and the actual carry model is not a lot. The overall length is the same. The height, this one has a 5.3 inch height. The carry model has a 5.5. So you're talking about 0.2 of an inch. Still same size barrel, same weight, and the carry model carries 2 extra rounds. So you have a little bit taller grip and 2 extra rounds. That makes sense. But then between the carry model and the full size, then you go from 7.2 inch overall length to 8 inches, 5.5 inch overall height, 4.7 inch barrel, and then you jump up to 29 ounces unloaded with a 17 round mag capacity as well. And then the subcompact, which is a little bit smaller, it's like an ounce lighter. It carries 3 less rounds, 12 rounds, 3.6 inch barrel, 4.7 inches in height, and 6.7 inches overall. So there's technically 4 different models. I think the subcompact is coming out this year along with those calibers in 45. Okay, so something you guys might have already known about. I think the 250 was like this, but this one is like this. So what they decided to do, instead of just doing replaceable back straps, or like the H&K VP9, which is actually really cool. The H&K uses a system where you can change the side, the back, the front panels to meet how you want. But what this one does, show you how to break it down real quick. Lock the side to the rear, rotate your lever down, comes right off. Okay. Stainless steel guide rod. It is a dual recoil setup in this model, and I assume in the subcompact it'll be like this. In your full size and carry model, it's a single spring. Okay, so you take it apart like normal, boom, there you go, nothing too different. But what's cool is if you rotate this little lever and pull it out, alright, just rotate, pull out, okay, pretty simple, and you push up on the back here and pull up from the front of the slide rails, this entire mechanism now pops out. So you'll notice with the polymer, there's no serial number, there's no nothing. It's a piece of plastic now. That's it. The serial number is actually on this side of the gun. Okay? This is the gun. This is what requires paperwork and everything. This is the gun. So if you want to say, hey, use this as your home defense gun, but have the full size for your competition gun, you buy the frame. If you want to change calibers, you can do that. You pop this in, there you go. This will work for all let's see, 9mm, 40, 357, and 45. So it'll work for all 4 different calibers. If you want to carry the subcompact and use this as your home defense, then you can do that. Pop this in, boom. Now the prices of these things, I believe, are not available yet. I've looked through Sig's website. There's no kind of pricing available, so that's going to be a big part of, is this going to work? So we have yet to see that. It's a neat idea. It just depends on what that is going to run, really. So instead of interchangeable back straps, they did interchangeable frames. Pretty cool. We'll see how much they run. That's going to be the big idea. I mean, if you can, you know, if this setup right here to replace one and go with a subcompact and, I don't know, you know, 45 is $500, well, to me, that's not worth it. So we'll just have to see. Neat in theory, though. So just wanted to show you that real quick. Slides back in. Pretty simple. Slide that in, push it down, lock it back. Watch, I'm going to struggle with this because the camera's on. This is the hardest part right here. You rotate, well, that's not even that bad. Rotate that in, rotate it down to where it was before. Might want to put the barrel and recoil spring in. Alright, pop that in. And this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've done this, so it's not super hard. Slide it back, boom. There you go. So there you go. It's that simple. Neat. Like I said, we'll see how it works out in the future. So let me show you the characteristics of the trigger. Like I said, they estimate 5.5 to 6.5 pounds. You'll notice there is no dingus or safety tab on the trigger itself. You have a little bit of a gritty take up here. I don't know if you can hear that. Sounds kind of gritty, like an M&P almost. You hit the wall, and then a smooth break, reset. Okay. Little trigger. And reset. So it seems to be pretty smooth. I like that. Alright, so let me tell you why I got this gun. I'll tell you the story first. This is going to be kind of a long video, but I'm splitting up. Again, I'm splitting up the initial review with the shooting review. First of all, it gives us, you know, at least one more video out of each gun we do. Second of all, there's a lot to go over. So don't want to make this a 40-50 minute video, but so I walk into Gander Mountain, and this is my first time ever being there. They just opened one up in Charleston a few months ago. I walk in, no intentions to buy a gun. Now, Jenny doesn't believe me still, but I had no intentions of it, okay? But then you walk in, the entire store, I mean, half the store is filled with guns. So, obviously, that's where I beeline. Start looking around, cases full of pistols, walls full of ARs. I look at the M&P, I look at the Walther, I look at the Glocks, and then I see this one. Now, from what I've seen so far, all I've been able to find is the full size. I didn't want that one. I seen this one on sale for $5.99. MSRP is like $7.13. So I asked the guy, hey, do you guys price match, blah, blah, blah. I asked him to hold it. You know, first of all, I pick it up, and I'm like, holy crap, this is nice. I asked him to pull the trigger. He says, yeah. I asked him if he price matched. He said, yeah. Checks Palmetto State Armory. Palmetto State Armory is out of stock, so they don't give you the price when they're out of stock. He says, well, let me check Academy. Never heard of the place. Academy had them for $5.19. I said, will you price match? He said, yes, we will. So, talked to Jen about it. She gives me the thumbs up. Not too happily, but she gives me the thumbs up. So I go to the counter, and the guy says, have you signed up for the rewards card? I said, no. He says, if you do that, within 90 days, if you spend $500, which I was doing right then and there, you get $70 back. So either way you want to slice it up, he gave me an extra $10 off the gun, so it was $509. Plus I get $60 back in the mail. So either way you want to slice it up, you're talking about $450, dude, for this gun. MSRP is $713, which we all get it you know, pretty much below MSRP, but $450 plus tax. That's a deal. Even at $519, that's a deal. But with that Gander Mountain rewards thing, it's a deal. So could not pass it up. All right. Now, like I said, there's 4 main guns that I looked at before I chose this one. You know, or 4 main other guns I was looking at. I looked at the M&P Pro Series. Nice guns. I have experience with M&Ps in the past, and I tend to really love them. But I wanted something different. I looked at the oh so famous Glock 19. Again, I wanted something different. I will own a Glock 19 one day, just because I will. Everybody does, and I will own one day. They're nice guns. They're good shooting guns. Simple and to the point. And then it came down to the Walther and H&K. And I'd have to say, between those 2 guns, without ever firing them, let me go ahead and throw that in there. I really like the H&K. The H&K is a sweet, I mean, just an awesome looking gun. Interchangeable entire, you know, frame almost. Really, really nice. Those 2 guns, but there's just something about this Sig, since I've seen it day one. The looks of it, and then the feel of it, in the compact model specifically. I just love it. There's just something about it. So I just went off my impulse, and that deal, cannot pass up a deal like that. So anyways, so that's why I bought it. That's how I acquired it. Like I said, 2 15-shot magazines. Magazines don't, you know how you get some magazines and they're pretty springy and they pop right out. These just kind of fall out. No problem coming out at all. Just thought I'd point that out. The mags are kind of cool though, so if you get any kind of dirt or sand in here, apparently these are made so if this thing, you know, if the mag won't drop freely, you can actually grip this right here and just pull that mag out if you need to in a hurry. Thought that was a nice little touch. Made in Italy. These mags are super, super nice. Okay. There's a little spot down here on the back strap. Right here. There's a hole there and a hole underneath. I guess you can attach a lanyard. Not really sure what that's about, but it's there. Just figured I'd point that out real quick. I bought the guns with the intention of a at the house home defense, obviously, / range gun, really. Maybe a, you know, walking through the woods type of gun, maybe. That's what I bought it primarily for, so I do intend to use this rail, but that's what I bought it for. Let me go ahead and show you the night sights real quick, and see how those will pick up on the camera. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to show up here, but the way I see it, they're really, really, really bright. They really show up nice. So just a nice little touch here. I'm trying to keep this thing centered while looking at it, but just a nice little touch that already comes on the pistol. You know, you're talking about a $100 upgrade already on there. That's pretty cool. So let me turn the lights back on, and we'll tell you a little bit more about the pistol. Alright, so overall, at least for the value that I was able to get it at, I will leave the description, if you're looking at these, of Academy down below. So even if you want to pick up one up from there at $519, that's still a deal. The holster they send you, like I said, it has 250 on the back, so it'll fit a full size or a compact. So it's pretty nice. Plenty of retention. I actually changed the retention to, you know, so it won't fall out. But I have been looking for a holster for this thing. Now it's a little bit too big for me inside the waistband. It's a pretty decent sized gun. I mean, it's not small by any means, but I am looking for a holster for it. Primarily a shoulder holster. I wear a lot of button-up shirts. So if you guys know of any holster company that is making these currently, because I couldn't find a whole lot for it, if you would, drop me a comment. Let me know if you guys know of one. So in closing the video out, and one thing I wanted to mention about this slide stop, it's a little bit big. Overall, the entire pistol is really clean looking, but this thing is big enough. If you do a thumbs kind of hold, kind of grip, I mean, your thumb just can rest right there. You're not going to have any trouble malfunctions with it right there. I mean, but it's just a great place to have a hole right there. So kind of sticks out a little bit. So in general, from what I see right now this could all change tomorrow when we go to shoot it, but from what I see right now, I absolutely love the pistol, man. It looks great, it feels great. You can get them for great prices. One thing that does kind of bother me, now this is a brand new gun, straight from the factory to them, to me, inside of a padded box, is, I don't know if you can pick it up, but these scratches all on the bottom polymer. Like I said, it straight from the factory, it comes like this, and it's really, I'm gonna do this just to show you guys. We'll do one right there. Run your finger across that. You see that? Is that picking up? Mm-hmm. So it scratches really easy on the polymer. If that bothers you, kind of bothers me just with a new gun, but just wanted to point that out. That polymer scratches easy. Even the trigger looks kind of scratched up and stuff, but like I said, it's a gun. Just wanted to point that out. So night sights, front and rear cocking serrations, really easy to manipulate. So far I love it. We will be doing a shooting review on the gun. I'm hoping that this will lead to maybe a single stack version in 9mm 40 45, similar to a shield size or an LC9S size, somewhere in there. That would be really sweet. So I'm hoping that Sig will continue. It seems like they will continue with the striker fired polymer frame pistols. Sig is known for high quality. Seems like they hit the mark with their first striker fired offering, and as soon as we go and shoot it, we'll bring you guys along with us. You know we will. And as always, thank you guys for watching, supporting us. Please make sure you subscribe and do all that fun stuff. We really appreciate it. And as always, hold them down.